Hi, the City of Raleigh is looking to make some exciting roadway improvements to Lake Wheeler Road. Brian Rothroffy is the city's project manager for this project, and design services are being completed by STV engineers. The project is located along Lake Wheeler Road between Maywood Avenue and South Saunders Street. There are many destinations along this section of the roadway, including the North Carolina Farmers Market, Dix Park, and multiple greenways. As you can see in this picture, this section of Lake Wheeler Road is a two-lane road without any pedestrian or bicycle facilities. The city plans to improve connectivity and safety for all users along the corridor by implementing a multitude of improvements, including roundabouts, a signalized intersection, a median with curb and gutter, sidewalks, a multi-use path, and we plan to reduce the speed limit along this section. The project also includes a new vehicular and pedestrian access into Dix Park. Now let's talk about some of the challenges we have encountered with the design of this project. The existing roadway crosses a railroad and a creek, and it's next to critical Duke transmission towers, which power downtown Raleigh, creating a number of restraints for our improvements. In addition, there's a limited right-of-way and steep existing roadway slopes along this project limits. Let's walk through the design. Let's start on the south end of the project at the Maywood Avenue intersection. This intersection currently allows a free-flow movement along Lake Wheeler Road with a stop sign for traffic entering Lake Wheeler from the State Farmers Market or Maywood Avenue. This location will be converted to a signalized intersection, including new crosswalks between Maywood and the Farmers Market. Other city projects will install a multi-use path and sidewalks south of Maywood Avenue, while the Lake Wheeler project will include these facilities north of Maywood and across the railroad tracks. Right across the railroad tracks are Mercury and Good Streets. These two intersections will be combined into a single, elongated roundabout, minimizing left turns and potential conflict points. Pedestrian and bike facilities will be separated heading north toward Dix Park. The intersection will also include two crossings over Lake Wheeler Road and a raised crossing on both Good and Mercury Streets. So, what are raised crossings? Raised crossings allow pedestrians to cross the street at the same level of the sidewalk. This also slows down vehicles approaching the roundabout, making the pedestrian experience safer. The Dalladam Street intersection will be shifted to avoid Duke infrastructure and allow a new entrance into Dix Park. This location will also include raised crossings at Dalladam's and a two-way bike ped crossing. As you pass Dalladam's into Dix Park, the bike ped infrastructure can either remain separated or be combined into a single shared-use path. The Grissom Street intersection will include a pedestrian entrance into the park and will be limited to a right-in and right-out due to the median. There will be several small retaining walls added along some of the properties between Dalladam's and Grissom to maintain a 6-foot wide sidewalk along Fuller Heights. Near Grissom Street, the bike and pedestrian improvements transition into Duke transmission easements, which limits the path to a maximum of 12 feet. The Fuller Street intersection will include an offset pedestrian entrance into the park due to space constraints of Duke's transmission towers and the historic Dix Park Anderson building. Fuller Street will also be limited to a right-in and right-out due to the median. Perhaps the largest changes occur between Hamel Street and South Saunders Street. Both intersections will be converted into roundabouts. Due to the steep grade and flatter area needed for the roundabouts, Lake Wheeler Road will be realigned towards the park, which will include two new retaining walls and a realignment of Umstead Drive. This section of the project is no longer within Duke easement, and there is potential to separate the bike and pedestrian facilities again. This plan view better shows the extent of the realignments. Similar to Grissom and Fuller Streets, Umstead Drive will be limited to right-in and right-out. The right side of the image shows the Lake Wheeler Road bike and pedestrian infrastructure connecting to the Rocky Branch Creek Trail. The view also shows the bike and pedestrian facilities separated between Hamel Street and South Saunders Street. But we are also considering a shared-use path in this section. The following two renderings show the differences between the two alternative paths. The separated facility includes a 12-foot bike lane and a 10-foot sidewalk with a vegetated buffer, while the shared-use path combines all modes of travel in a 20-foot wide lane. The separated facilities will result in slightly longer and taller walls. The walls shown in the previous image are just one example of finish. The following images are examples of the types of finishes that could be considered for the retaining walls. The last part of the project improvements includes replacing an existing sidewalk with a 10-foot multi-use path along South Saunders Street from Lake Wheeler Road to Dorothea Drive. This section will also include a new median and a pedestrian refuge crossing at Dorothea Drive. Now let's look at the project schedule. We are currently at the design touch point, which will run through the next couple of weeks until Thanksgiving, and will be followed by the City Council update and a request for condemnation authorization in December. The anticipated plan is to begin with the right-of-way phase in early 2023. The design team will continue progressing the design and obtaining permits through the summer of 2023, and plans to begin construction by the end of 2023. Please take some time to review the information and graphics on the project website and take our survey to help shape some of the design and provide any additional feedback. If you have any questions regarding any aspect of the project, please contact Brian Rothroffy at the email address shown here. Thank you for watching.